That's right, Bluetooth Beanie. I actually really do like this. I can't give it a full 5 stars though, because there are some limitations. At least with this one, there's some limitations. There's a little wonkiness, but I dig the whole concept so much that I got to give it at least 4, because I really think it's a cool idea. It's comfortable, but we'll get into the cons. First, overall design. It's actually stereo. I initially was thinking maybe it's a mono earpiece, but no, it's stereo. It's got 2 units. This is the control unit right here. Well, you got a little micro USB port here sewn through, and then you volume controls, and then play, pause, phone answer, and then on the other side is another unit, and they both contain little speakers. So you pull this over your head over your ears, and it's comfortable. I really like it. Plus, I think I look good in it. And it's comfortable, nice fit, good, decent audio. Nothing to write home about, but it's got the full spectrum: bass, mids, highs. So it's just good. I enjoyed it. As you can see, I was playing some tracks, and I was like, man, this is actually really cool. But there are, like I said, there are a few drawbacks and wonkiness. One of the wonkiness is that the buttons, even though, here, I'll go ahead and hit play on my phone, and you can actually hear through the sides here, and they just sit over your ears, sort of like over the ears, which is another nice thing for those who don't want, earbuds going in the ear canal. But one of the wonkiness is that the buttons seem to, like, when you initially pair it, as you can see, nothing's happening. When you initially pair it, the buttons here seem to work, but then they stop working. I don't know what that's all about, but it still transmits the, you can still use your device. So that's one of the wonky bits. Now, I've already gone through this once before, and if I go ahead and manually unpair the device, I go to my settings here, go to Bluetooth, and if I'll go ahead and it shows up as Tenergy Beanie, I'll go and just unpair it and then repair it again. The buttons will start working. But then, I don't know, suddenly out of blue, they'll stop responding. So as a remote, and I can't determine what is causing that per se. It could be range, because that's another thing. This does not have really any Bluetooth range. This is something that you do want to keep the source device, namely a smartphone, on your person when you're using this. Yeah, I mean, I got about maybe 10 feet before the signal started interrupting, but that's also when the buttons stopped responding the first time. So that might be what's causing the buttons to stop responding. So as long as it's within the thing, let's go ahead. Well, actually, we'll just hit the play here. See, now the buttons are responding again. So I'm thinking maybe get out of range to a certain point, the buttons just simply stop connecting, even though the Bluetooth signal, it's weird, it is, but that's something to keep in mind. As long as you get your phone on you, the buttons seem to work fine, but as soon as you get out of range, even though the music will still play, the buttons stop responding. Plus, here's another thing, it doesn't have any impact on me, but there's no track controls. This is all volume. You can't, that's max volume, but there's no actual track controls. The plus, just single tapping the plus or minus doesn't do anything. It's just long press volume. I'm not someone who goes about skipping tracks though, so that's no big thing. But for those who do like to skip tracks a lot, this is not the droid you're looking for. It says, so it's just volume. Still, overall, I really do like this. But another thing, this is hand wash only, which is fine. However, you can, you notice I'm being hesitant here, you can remove the electronics. In fact, there's even little instructions here on how to appropriately move the electronics in order to hand wash it. But I've attempted, now I didn't go full on and spend a half an hour doing it. I just kind of half-heartedly see how easy it was, and it's not easy. Removing the electronics out of this is not easy. In fact, I will go as far as to say it's quite impractical. It can be done. Yes, it can be done. You notice they're just sewn in half boxes here to keep them in place. But here's the little slot here. And even, I mean, the slot itself, without ripping the stitching, you can't get this big old thing out of this little slot. And even getting this big old thing is going to take time, because the stitching that keeps it in place is kind of extends down there. But you kind of can work it down there if you take your time, making sure you're not ripping anything. And you can remove the electronics, but it's going to take time. And even then, that's such a small little hole. Honestly, what I probably would have considered doing in this design is going ahead and making a zip, and embedded with cloth covered zipper lips there, so you can just unzip the inside of it, remove the electronics, and then put them back in and zip it back in. And once again, just have a little cushy cloth cover that goes over the zipper part. Roll some zipper. That would have made that whole thing a lot easier. So that is another little thing. It's removing electronics. This would be something I would just not ever wash it. I'll put it simple like that. I just probably would never even wash it. And why would you really down the end, other than unless you drop it in a pool of Slurpee drink? But I still really, really like it, though. To the point I can't give it 5 stars because of the slight twitchiness, and drawbacks about the whole removing the electronics. The buttons having an issue with responding, getting too far away. They just simply stop responding altogether. You have to manually unpair and repair. You saw how quick and easy that was. And the phone answering is all right. Once again, it's you're talking through a mic that's way up by your ear through some fabric there, so it's not clear, but it's alright. I mainly dig it as a way, though, is having headphones on without looking like I'm wearing headphones. I mean, this is over the years without actually having something obviously over your ears, and I just think it's really cool, but just can't give it full 5 stars because of the small limitations. But as long as you're aware of it, I'd say, yeah, dude, it's a shame I live in Southwest Florida. I'd be wearing this all year long. But the summer's coming, my noodle will be bacon. It'd be bacon. All right, you guys have yourself a great one.